Okay? The land of America, it don't matter what it's about. They talk about, oh, in America you can be what you want to. It wasn't about being what you want to. And everybody over here, we was a god amongst our own selves. We was all the king of our own castle. When the land split, which I'm going to tie back in what I was talking to, when the 100 years got sheltered and the migration of the people got passed out and distributed around the world, our body mutates to the place that we are at, especially if you're dealing with a climate change and climate control area. You and I, we go to New Haven, Connecticut, and we stay up there for 6 months in the winter. I bet you we come back to Florida, we're going to be lighter than a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Because, man, you lighter than a bitch, man.
I did it.
Everybody, I'm telling you, I know, because when I used to go to Jersey, I used to get light skin and come back. I'm like, oh, you look different. You all that shit. Now, you can go to Africa and find every origin of a man inside of Africa, from the Chinese to whatever you want to call it, even the European, their ancestry. Now, we were talking about recognizing of the face and the head and the bone structure. We identified the tribes by the facial features. That's when they looked at you. Hey, man, he was such and such. He was this and that. That's how the tribes and everybody we identified each other with. So when everything was taking place, we built the Great Wall of China to keep the Europeans outside of Manchuria, which we marched them into China over there, giving them their rightful heritage and state over there, which is part of the Americas, North America, South America, Central America, Asia, and all the adjoining islands. So when they say China bought America, bitch, it's a damn lie. China is America. Fuck the United States, bitch. We is home already. With the Chinese and everybody, and we marched their ass through there with camel urine is what we fed their ass, and we created beer. It makes you feel full, and it only hydrates you to a certain extent. That's why the motherfucking Europeans love it, because they were still enraged coming from the motherfuckers and the Germans, and all of them took hands of that shit with the nasty motherfuckers. We would have civilized them bitches too.
They trying to take everything,
man. They would have taken that
everything.
German beer.
They would have been everything. Don't even be the fight. Let that be drink that shit hard, man.
We started that shit. That's
That real though. Look at. I changed my major from psychology history. Man.
I know. I love history too. I'm like, man,
we need to do some
fuck that
shit,
man.
Yeah, man.
I was like, man, you know what? Bitch, I love school. I be hating when I be so study.
I love social studies.
But damn, what I was saying, we gonna tie that bitch in. I said, I'm gonna tie that in.
My bad.
No, we were getting good. We talking about the population, division of the land. Everybody getting split up. This man over here, we adapted. The sun sits and shines in certain places for longer amounts of time and periods of the year. Because right now, we know it's sunny and bright over there in Japan right now. We know in Texas over there, they just probably seldom eating dinner about 7 o'clock. So we already know by the equator, when you say they flipped the map, the jurisdiction of the people was already distributed around the world. So they want to give in the Bible and say, oh, God said this man go there. No, it was already restricted because, you know what? The Moors, who had the judicial order to guide and distribute the law amongst the land, we gave people their spot. That would say we're civilized and cultivated of the world. We own the 7 seas and we navigate them. That's why when them punk-ass Europeans wanted to come for trade, we had to tax their ass every time they wanted to come to the land. And they needed a pass to port the motherfucking land. That's how the motherfucking passport got started. And
that's how the toll started getting paid.
Damn right. Because when we built the original trade routes, because they said, look, they going to come through here, we need a place that we can feed the soldiers, stock up and get here, and we start getting parts all the way throughout Africa. Timbuktu was one of the first original places they were started. But it wasn't a slave trade route. It was a regular, it wasn't a slave trade. Slaves was different back then. After the European and worked as agents and got infiltrated into the system, that's when it would come through with all and the people that were the slaves were the Moors. Because anybody else that was conscious who you are didn't know no better, you know what I'm saying, they went along with it. Even if the chains you see slaved up over here, those are Moors. The niggas that you see walking around with that, we call them Uncle Tom motherfuckers, because Tom was the name of a European motherfucker, and he called you his boy, which is a white racist word. So you was the motherfucking Uncle Tom. I don't give a fuck. It was a nigga in the house, it was a nigga in the field, because you had the motherfucking gun over me, because I'm a Moor, and I know who I am, and I will fight these bitches. That's why they got me chained the fuck up with all this extra shit on it, because they fear our mentality. So the other motherfucking niggas could walk around free. But the Moors who they was fighting, who they had to keep in bondage because they knew the truth. And they were stealing us, taking us here and there. That's why our law is still supreme in the land.
That's the representation of the chakras on the feet and the hands.
The feet of the hand, oh, right there. It's right there.
Oh, damn, I forgot you had
Hey, I got it right there. Now they have to keep, baby. A message to the black man. The slave of today's black man is the middle. Each chain represents a form of oppression. Chain number 1, form the lock of the neck. Keeps the chain keeps his head in a downward in a negative position, stripping him of his pride and his self-esteem. Chain number 2 and 3 form the lock of the wrist. These chains keep him from reaching anything in his life. His dreams, his visions, his goals. Chain number 4, the lock to keep him grounded. This chain keeps him grounded in his place. Chain 5 and 6. From the lock to his ankles, these chains are the ultimate mind games. They give him the illusion that he can run from his problems, but he can only go so far before he is back the way he started. The solution, if one gains knowledge of oneself, the greatness from which he comes one is returned, gains his freedom. If you free your mind, all else will follow. We still going around with that bullshit.
Free your mind.
Don't, man.
Boy, this boy, you might even put it on Facebook.
All right, I'm gonna add it. I got it.
You might have tagged me in on that.
But look at man, this